we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ito Agassi and today I'm boxing. Not unboxing, but I'm boxing. I thought this is a great idea for a series of videos about projects I have on my working table and just making more content and more boxes, and then I can share it with you. So today I have a very special project. I have a box I need to make for a medal. This is the base of the box and the medal is going inside this circle. The idea is to make a base and a lid separate. Because everything is transparent, I want people to open the lid and nothing will interfere with looking at the medal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an inner base just for the acrylic glass and then an outer base with 2 fasteners. The lid is going to go inside between the inner and the outer base, just sliding inside with the 2 fasteners. And I want the fasteners here because I don't want accidentally somebody lifting the box from the lid and something will fall down. So with an idea in mind, let's bind. I will start the box with the inner base. I cut it already into size that the acrylic glass will fit snugly inside and won't shift and move. I'll start by bringing my weights and connecting the perpendiculars. I usually start with the long side and glue only the bottom part of the board. And the weights help me keep a straight 90-degree angle. When connecting the width of the box, I glue the bottom and both sides. Locating it in place and pressing down. I'll move on to constructing the outer base. I will start with this very nice machine I bought years ago. It's called a crocodile. It has 2 piercing diameters and also an option for eyelets. I'm going to use the small piercing. So what I'm going to do is take the width of the outer base and I'm going to locate it here and pierce a hole. Great. Now I'll take a pencil and write out, and on the other side out. It's supposed to be exactly in the center, but we are aiming for perfection. I'll bring the outer base and I'm going to glue it. Let me start with the long side. I designed the outer base perpendiculars shorter than the inner base, and the 2 holes will allow me to connect the fasteners. Okay, I'll move this aside, let it dry. I'll bring my cloth for covering the inner base. Let me see that it's centered. I'll start by gluing the bottom. When gluing, I always aim to glue the thicker material first. I know I keep repeating that, but it's a very important rule for me. I'll bring my knife, and because here is the connection, I'm going to cut here. Here. And with my ruler, I am cutting 2 centimeters after the corner, allowing extra material to hold and reinforce the corners. I will glue the long side first, and then cut to allow the cloth to be turned in. And inserting these small flaps to hide the inner joint. It is quite strange for me to adapt new work habits to allow better filming angles to show you the process. I usually work on the edge of the table, but this is nice. I feel I'm learning a new skill. Again, I'm inserting the small flaps that cover the inner joints and makes all the difference. After all, it is all in the small details. I'm trimming the cloth on the short side to allow symmetrical turn-ins. This would indeed be covered soon, but I can't help myself. Even if no one would know but me, this is important. Great. Let me cover the inside. I'll bring a piece of waste paper and a cloth for the inside. I'm cutting it just a little bit less than the inside. I'll put a piece of weight so it won't move. Let me put a weight here so this won't move also. What I'm going to do is glue on the inside, just where the board is revealed. And now I'm going to glue only the edges of the cloth. Remove the weight. Then I'll bring it inside. Great. Now let's see it fits snugly inside. Ready for this? Fits snugly like I wanted. Great. Now I'm going to start covering the outside base. I run this more rapidly, advancing toward our next step. I get many questions about what kind of glue I use. The glue I'm using for boxes is usually PVA mixed with MC, methyl cellulose. The MC allows a better distribution of the PVA and also allow a bit of movement after connecting the piece. Now I want to connect the fasteners. It's constructed by two pieces. Two of them I'm going to connect to the base and two afterwards to the lid. So I'll move these for the lid. And what I'm going to do is pierce a hole. I have a template to show me where. And I'm going to insert the awl inside. Let me do it from the inside out. Now I'll take the eyelet and insert it inside. Now I'll take this. I'll take my pliers and I'm going to connect it. So I'm going to put it inside here and squeeze it. So this is one. Let me do it to the other side. From the inside out, because I'm going to insert from here. Take my eyelet or fastener, put this here, and squeeze. Great. So I have both sides. And now what I'm going to do is connect the inner base inside the outer base, but I'm going to do that after I finish making the lid. So let me put this aside and let's start working on the lid. I cut the base of the lid that it would fit snugly inside the inner base, and of course not more than the outer base. I also cut the sides for the length exactly as the size of the base, and the sides are going to be the width minus 2 boards, because we are going to connect 2 boards and then to connect the sides. Let me move this aside. I'll bring my paper to line up the inside of the boards. Let me take my glue brush. This is my big brush. It is important to put lining on the inside to even the pull between the inside and the outside of the box. Great. Now I'm going to locate it on the paper. The paper is a bit extra than what I need, and I'm going to cut exactly to the side of the board. Move this aside. Cut this. Cut this and this. Great. Now I'll take everything and I will insert inside the press. In the meantime, while this is resting, I want to cut a window for a label I'm going to make with leather. I'll take my weight and a ruler, and I'm going to mark 5 centimeters from the edge. And now I'm going to mark 10.6. Now I will cut according to these marks to create my window. And I'm going to glue the other side to connect the window. Now I'm going to line up the base. Cut it all around. Now I'm going to bring a lot of weights. Let's take this one for here, and this one would give me a guide for a straight line. I'll bring this one. I'll take my first board, of course window down, and I'm going to glue only the bottom side. Going to locate it at the edge here. Let me flip it over. And I'm going to locate it here. Pressing down. Now I'm going to move this over like this. This is going to hold the lid. I'll take the side piece and I'm going to glue first the edge and the sides. I'm inserting it up until the edge. Now I'm going to take a long weight, put it here. It's good that I have a lot of weights, right? And another one here. And now I'm going to squeeze the sides, one here and one here, one here and one here. 1,000 years later, I'm going to flip over the box. Put this again to line up. And I'm going to insert it inside. And squeeze. Okay, I'll move the weights aside. Now I'm going to sand it a bit. Let me bring the cloth. I'm going to locate 2 centimeters from the edge here and 11 here. See the other side. Put a weight here. The weights are here so I can glue and then locate it exactly in place. And locate it between the 2 weights. flip it over. Now some cutting to do. I'm going to cut this one as the line of the box, and I'm going to take a 2 centimeter ruler and cut this. Now I'm going to cut this here. And 2 centimeter more here. And I'm cutting from the inside line and the outside plus board thickness. I'll do it here. Now I'm going to glue this side. Take my thumb and slowly lift it. Let me cut the extra. And slowly lifting everything. Trying to find the angle that you can see. It's not the angles I'm used to work with. Now, like in the inner base, I'm inserting the small flaps to cover the joints inside. Again, usually I'm working when it's at the edge of the table, but I want you to see what I'm doing. Great. Next side. Cloth. 2 centimeters from the edge. I'm trying always from the inside out, okay? Because if you go the other way, you have glue on the edges, and we don't want that. Now I'm taking the bone folder and going inside the window because I want to do it before the glue is dry. Just to give the cloth the angle he wants to be. Flipping over. Now I'm going to cut all the way. So one and one here, one here and here. Move the book. I'll put a piece of weight so it won't move. And I'm giving the knife a bit of an angle. Great. I'm taking a piece of paper. I think I'm using it for 20 years. Each time I'm putting it aside and letting it dry and using it again. I'm gluing the cloth completely. And now with my thumb, I'm going to glue it. I'm working on the edge of the table, but I will lift it so you can see. Front. Small chuk-chuk. Now I don't want to glue these yet because I'm going to make a cut inside. I'm just going to glue this one. Okay, this is all set here. Now I'm moving on to making the straps. The cloth strap is supposed to be 1.5 centimeters, so I'm taking my 3 centimeter weight and I'm going to cut it. I'll take my small ruler and measure around 7 millimeters, make a crease here. I'll bring my waste paper and put underneath. Glue the inside of the inner cloth. Fold one side completely. And now for the other side that they will touch one another, and run the bone folder to help me attach it. Great. I'll let it dry, and in the meantime I'm going to change the fasteners here. So this is what we use for the inner base, and now I want a flat head here, and this piece is over here. I'll bring my crocodile and I'm going to locate a hole at the center in the edge here. I'll put the good side here, insert it, and the closing side here. Flat side underneath here, and I'm going to press it, and it's connected. Let me bring the box. I made a template for the location of the strip inside. I'm going to take my needle and mark 2 marks here. 1 and 2. And I'm going to cut between these 2 marks. First with my knife. And now with a chisel, I'm going to go inside. I'll take the strip and insert inside. I'll determine the exact length afterwards when I connect it to the base. This is enough. Now I'm going to make a gap inside. So I'm taking my knife and a ruler and cutting out material here. I'll take my chisel and take out material. And after connecting, I can glue everything and it would be concealed. Let me do the other side. Mark 2 points. Cut first with a knife and now with a chisel. Insert the strip inside. Let me move this aside and bring the base. I'll connect the 2 bases together. Press it down. Are you ready for the moment of truth? Let me bring the base and put it inside. Fits perfectly. I'll bring the acrylic stand. And let me bring the lid. Fits perfectly. Let's see. It's holding. There's a place here for a leather label that I'm going to connect later on for the client. But you deserve the medal for watching this video so long. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.